Imagine you order a product online. The merchant says it will arrive on a certain date. The day comes and goes and the product hasn't arrived. So you wait another week, then another month, then another year. At what point do you conclude that you've been scammed? The merchant never intends to deliver the product. In fact, the product may never exist. The Tesla Roadster was supposed to be delivered in 2020. It's now 2025, 5 years late. A production-ready prototype does not even exist. 1,000 people have each paid a $250,000 non-refundable payment for a product that may never exist. In this video, we'll tell the story of the Tesla Roadster, which may be one of the biggest scams in automotive history. Paying $250,000 for a non-existing car is a financial mistake that most of us fortunately have never made. But what about smaller purchases? How much do you spend eating out, riding Ubers, or all those subscription services you forgot about? If you asked me in the past, I would have no idea. But now I know exactly how much I'm spending and saving thanks to today's sponsor, Monarch Money. Monarch Money is an all-in-one financial dashboard where you can connect over 13,000 institutions and track your full financial life in one place. It even monitors your credit score with smart alerts, giving you powerful custom reports, and allows you to collaborate with your partner or financial advisor hassle-free. You can use Monarch to set a budget to achieve your financial goals, but it's so much more than just a budgeting tool. It is everything in one clean, simple app. You can track all of your accounts, transactions, and investments. You can even add assets like your car or home, where you can see your debt payoff progress. And it does it all without ads, without credit card offers or any hidden fees or anything like that. It works seamlessly with a beautiful, intuitive experience on both desktop and mobile. Monarch has earned a 4.9 star rating from thousands of users who've found peace of mind seeing the full picture of their finances. You can use Monarch Money today and get 50% off your first year with an annual subscription. Just click the link down in the description below. The first vehicle Tesla ever sold was a Roadster electric sports car, which had a starting price of $109,000. The Roadster was based on the chassis of the Lotus Elise sports car. Tesla purchased the chassis directly from Lotus. The Roadster was the first ever production electric vehicle to use a lithium-ion battery. Early EVs used lead-acid batteries, which were much less efficient. This allowed the Roadster to boast 244 miles of driving range, which was revolutionary at the time. It had a top speed of 125 miles per hour, and could accelerate from 0 to 60 in slightly less than 4 seconds. Tesla only ever made 2,500 Roadsters, because they only purchased 2,500 chassis from Lotus. In 2012, they ran out of chassis, so they couldn't build them anymore. That same year, Tesla released the Model S, which they designed and built themselves from the ground up. While only ever made in small quantities, the Roadster was a very important product for Tesla. It got their name on the map and proved that it was possible to make a practical and high-performance electric sports car. Because only a limited number of them were made and the symbolic significance of being Tesla's first vehicle, the Roadster became something of a collector's item. In November of 2017, 5 years after the original Roadster ended production, Tesla released a teaser video of a new second-generation Roadster. Initially, Tesla gave almost no details about the car. In December of 2017, Tesla held an event to unveil its much-anticipated semi-truck. At the end of the event, they unexpectedly unveiled the second-generation Roadster sports car. Musk made bold claims about the car's performance specifications. It would have a top speed of 250 miles per hour. It would have the fastest acceleration of any car ever, able to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 1.9 seconds. It can travel 1/4 mile in 8.8 seconds, which is the fastest time for any production car ever made. It will have a massive 200 kilowatt-hour battery pack, giving it 620 miles of highway driving range. This would give it the longest ever range. To this day, no EV in the world has a range in excess of 512 miles. The Roadster would not be cheap, with a starting price of $200,000. The first 1,000 produced would be called the Founders Series and cost $250,000. But $250,000 is actually a steal when you consider the car's world-beating performance specifications. At that time in 2017, the highest performance production car in the world was the Bugatti Chiron. Its 0 to 60 acceleration was 2.4 seconds. Its quarter-mile time was 9.8 seconds. The second-generation Tesla Roadster significantly outperforms the Chiron, and the Bugatti Chiron sold for $3 million, more than 10 times the price of the Roadster. As soon as Tesla unveiled the Roadster in November 2017, they started accepting reservations. If you wanted to reserve the Founders Series, you needed to pay the entire $250,000 up front. This $250,000 payment is non-refundable. The Founders Series sold out in 2021, meaning Tesla collected $250 million worth of deposits. For the regular version, you have to place a $50,000 deposit. Once it is eventually delivered to you, you have to pay the remainder. The regular version of the Roadster was originally listed as costing $200,000. In 2021, Tesla removed the price from its website, so we don't know what the price will be. Unlike the Founders series, the $50,000 deposit for the regular Roadster is fully refundable. You can cancel your order at any time and get the $50,000 back. Throughout 2018, Tesla showed a little bit of footage of the Roadster driving. In August of 2018, the Roadster was featured on Jay Leno's Garage. The Roadster's designer, Franz Holzhausen, drove the vehicle for a short distance with Jay Leno sitting in the passenger seat. In December of 2018, Tesla posted a video on its YouTube channel showing the Roadster accelerating very quickly. While the videos looked impressive, there are a few things to take note of. The Roadster prototype Tesla showed off is indeed a car that can drive, and it appears that it can accelerate very fast. But the bold claims of accelerating from 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds and driving a quarter mile in 8.8 seconds have not been verified. The version of the Roadster we've seen is not production ready. It lacks side view mirrors and thus would not be legal to drive on public roads. Another controversy is a claimed 620-mile range. Today, the production EV with the longest range in the world is the Lucid Air Grand Touring, which has 512 miles of EPA-rated range. It is able to achieve such long range because it has a massive 118 kWh battery pack. For comparison, the base version of the Tesla Model 3 has a 64 kWh battery pack. Elon Musk claimed that the Tesla Roadster has a 200 kWh battery pack. That's how it can achieve 620 miles of range. According to an analysis by Bloomberg, the dimensions of the Roadster are too small to fit a 200 kWh battery. So Musk's claims of a 620-mile range cannot be true, unless the production version of the vehicle looks significantly different than the prototype they showed off in 2017. As if the acceleration and range claims weren't grandiose enough, Musk would go on to make further claims that can only be described as fantastical. In June of 2018, Elon Musk announced that the Roadster would have an optional SpaceX package. The Roadster with the SpaceX package would include 10 small rocket thrusters arranged seamlessly around the car. These rocket engines dramatically improve acceleration, top speed, braking, and cornering. Maybe they'll even allow the Tesla to fly. In 2019, a Twitter user posted a CGI image of a car hovering in midair, with 4 rocket thrusters pointing downward. Elon Musk responded to this image saying, quote, "The new Roadster will actually do something like this," unquote. In the comments, Musk elaborated saying he is not joking. "We will use SpaceX cold gas thruster system with ultra-high pressure air in a composite overwrapped pressure vessel in place of the 2 rear seats. You can basically accelerate at the limit of human endurance." A cold gas thruster system on a Tesla Roadster is fundamentally absurd because it conflicts with almost every basic requirement of a street-legal production car. Cold gas thrusters rely on extremely high pressure tanks, often 10,000 psi or more, to expel gas at very high velocity and create thrust. Storing that much pressurized gas in a consumer vehicle is a massive safety hazard. In a crash, even a small rupture could turn the tank into an explosive projectile. Even if regulators were crazy enough to allow something like this, it would be completely impractical. You would only be able to use the thrusters a few times before they run out of gas. You can't just go to your local gas station to refill your cold air rocket thrusters. Obviously, there will never be a Tesla Roadster or any other car with rocket thrusters. The only question is, was Musk just trolling, or does he really think he can do this? Elon Musk has a well-documented history of substance abuse. The Roadster SpaceX option may be a product of this. When Musk unveiled the Roadster in 2017, he said production would begin in 2020. People put down $250,000 payments for the Founders Edition, thinking they would receive it in 2020 or shortly thereafter. 2020 came and went. The Roadster was not delivered. After 2020, Elon Musk and Tesla largely stopped talking about the Roadster. They do not give regular updates about its development. They have not shown any progress towards a production-ready version of the car. Musk generally loves to boast about Tesla's advanced technology, but he now almost never talks about the Roadster proactively. He only occasionally talks about it when asked. For example, in October of 2025, Musk went on the Joe Rogan podcast, where he was asked for a Roadster status update.
Are you still doing the Roadster?
Yes.
Eventually?
We're getting close to demonstrating the prototype. And I think this will be... one thing I can guarantee is that this product demo will be unforgettable. Unforgettable.
How so?
Whether it's good or bad, it will be unforgettable.
Can you say more? What do you mean?
Well, my friend Peter Thiel, once reflected that the future was supposed to have flying cars, but we don't have flying cars.
So you're going to be able to fly?
Well, I think if Peter wants a flying car, he should be able to buy one.
And when do you plan on doing this? What's the goal?
Hopefully before the end of the year.
Really? Before the end of this year? This is, we're almost
like in
November
a couple
1st.
months. Hopefully in a couple months. We need to make sure that it works. This is some crazy, crazy technology we got in this car. Crazy technology. Crazy, crazy. Let's just put it this way. It's crazier than anything James Bond. If you took all the James Bond cars and combined them, it's crazier than that.
This was part of a 3-hour-long podcast. Musk clearly wasn't expecting a question about the Roadster. To buy himself time, he starts waffling, making vague and meaningless assertions that the launch will be unforgettable. He hopes to demonstrate the prototype by the end of 2025. It has a ton of crazy technology, and they still need to make sure it works. This new prototype, if it exists, is completely different from the thing that people already paid for in 2017. The only detail Musk gives is a cagey reference that the car might be able to fly. Back in 2018 and 2019, Musk made absurd statements that the Roadster will have rocket boosters, which will allow it to hover or even fly. I don't believe the Roadster will ever fly. Musk likely wasn't expecting Joe Rogan to ask him about the Roadster, so he didn't have a prepared response. He also understands that the car is now 5 years late. To justify the delay, Musk says they've been adding all sorts of futuristic features. In reality, the updated prototype may not even exist. So Musk retreats to his earlier, over-the-top claims that the car will be capable of flight. At this point, Musk has boxed himself in, unwilling to admit that the SpaceX option was never more than a fantasy. He then reaches for a bizarre, and frankly meaningless comparison to James Bond cars. His evasive secrecy is a cover-up. In reality, Musk can't give any details about the progress of the Roadster because Tesla has probably made very little progress over the past 8 years. On November 5th, 2025, less than a week after the Joe Rogan appearance, Musk hosted Tesla's annual shareholder meeting, where he was again asked about the Roadster.
I have patiently been waiting on my Founders Series Roadster reservation. So on behalf of the Founders Series guys that have stuck in there, can we be invited to this unveil?
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
So all Founders Series can be invited?
Yes. It's the least we could do, frankly, for people that are long-suffering Roadster reservation holders. The new Roadster is very much sort of like it's not even the icing on the cake, it's the cherry on the icing on the cake. So, it's really kind of like, it's like it's not essential for sustainable abundance, let me put it that way.
The guy who asked the question about the Roadster is a Tesla shareholder who paid a $250,000 deposit for a Founders Series Roadster. Musk mocks him by calling him a long-suffering reservation holder. In that clip, Musk says something which I believe is very indicative of Tesla's intentions with the Roadster. He says the Roadster is a cherry on the icing on the cake. In other words, it's not Tesla's core focus. It's not required for sustainable abundance. Sustainable abundance is a term that Musk has been using recently. It represents his utopian vision that Optimus and self-driving robotaxis will create trillions of dollars of economic value. We've discussed Optimus and self-driving robotaxis extensively on this channel. We think they're mostly BS. But Musk truly believes in them. That's where his main focus is. The Roadster is an afterthought, something he doesn't even care about. Musk doesn't seem bothered that 1,000 of his most enthusiastic fans have each paid $250,000 for a vehicle they still haven't seen 8 years later. At the shareholder meeting, Musk couldn't catch a break. He got another question about the Roadster.
And to follow up on that, do you have any estimate of production or delivery timelines for the Roadster?
I guess, so we're aiming for the product unveil will be of the Roadster 2, which will be very different from what was shown previously. That demo event will be April 1st of next year. I have some deniability because
I could say I was just kidding. But we are actually tentatively aiming for April 1st for this, what I think will be the most exciting, whether it works or not, demo ever of any product. And then I guess production is probably about 12 to 18 months after that.
Just 5 days prior, he told Joe Rogan that they plan to demonstrate the new Roadster prototype by the end of 2025. Now he's saying it will be on April Fool's Day in 2026, again showing his lack of seriousness. He now says the vehicle will begin production in 2027. I doubt this is a real timeline, more likely a number he made up on the spot in response to the shareholders' question. Elon Musk has a long history of missing his own product timelines. The Model X launched 2 years late. The Tesla Semi arrived 3 years late. And unsupervised full self-driving remains undelivered almost a decade after Musk first promised it. But the Roadster is different. 1,000 people have each paid a $250,000 non-refundable deposit. No other Tesla product has involved taking such large amounts of customer money years in advance of a vehicle that may not even exist in production-ready form. This begs two questions. When Musk unveiled the Roadster in 2017, did he really intend to deliver it by 2020? And more importantly, does Tesla ever intend to deliver the Roadster? Or was it a scam from the beginning? To answer this question, we must understand the context. In 2016, Tesla unveiled the Model 3. This was their first ever mass-market vehicle. It was a hugely ambitious undertaking for a company that had by this point been a low-volume producer of luxury cars. Tesla would need to invest billions of dollars in its production lines and burn cash for a few years before the Model 3 would become profitable for them. By 2018, Tesla was in a very precarious financial position. Musk described the Model 3 production line as production hell. During this period, Tesla was running low on cash and reportedly had trouble paying its suppliers. Musk later admitted that in 2018, the company came within single-digit weeks of bankruptcy. Even in 2017, Musk likely knew that Tesla would need significant amounts of cash for the Model 3 ramp-up. Back then, Tesla's stock was heavily shorted, and it didn't enjoy the sky-high valuation it has today. Tesla's options for raising capital were limited, so they came up with a creative way to raise cash. Sell $250,000 Roadsters that you won't need to deliver for years. In April of 2016, Tesla began accepting $1,000 refundable deposits for the Model 3. This resulted in a big surge of customer deposits. By the end of Q2 2016, Tesla had $680 million of customer deposits, an increase of almost $400 million from the end of 2015. Throughout the second half of 2016 and the first half of 2017, their balance of customer deposits decreased. The Model 3 deposits were refundable, so some people canceled their deposits and got their money back. In the fourth quarter of 2017, they unveiled the Roadster and started collecting $250,000 non-refundable deposits. By the end of Q1 2018, their balance of deposits had increased by almost $300 million. They eventually sold out of the Founders Series, raising $250 million. We don't know how many reservations they received for the regular Roadster. It's probably safe to say that the majority, if not the vast majority of this $300 million increase in deposits can be attributed to the Roadster. It's again important to stress that Tesla needed the money. By Musk's own admission, they came within single-digit weeks of bankruptcy in 2018. Tesla's financial benefit from the Roadster extended beyond receipt of the deposits. Given the company's precarious financial position, they didn't have a lot of money for marketing, so they did affiliate marketing. YouTubers and social media influencers put affiliate codes on their videos. If 50 people buy Tesla cars through your affiliate code, you get a free Roadster. Through this affiliate program, Tesla induced creators to make positive videos about Tesla, often receiving millions of views. Tesla didn't have to pay a penny up front. They just have to maybe, eventually, give them a Roadster. Actually developing the Roadster as a production vehicle would be very expensive. Meeting all the insane technical specifications Musk advertised may not even be possible. But what if, instead of actually developing the car, you make a fake prototype? Make it accelerate pretty fast. Tesla already has the technology to do this from the Model S. You put a tiny battery in it. It's never going to drive more than a few miles in PR demonstrations. So was the Tesla Roadster a scam? As outside observers, it's very difficult for us to know for certain. But based on the available evidence, here's my opinion of what happened. I don't think they ever intended to deliver the Roadster in 2020. I also don't think they ever believed they'd hit the acceleration and range targets that Musk advertised in 2017. But they needed the money. They had to embellish to convince people to hand over $250,000. They probably thought they'd deliver it eventually, but now they already have the cash. so finishing development of the Roadster would incur significant costs for no benefit. That's why it's their lowest priority. Will Tesla ever deliver the Roadster? Maybe they will. Maybe in 2027, maybe later. But if they deliver it almost a decade late, and they never had any intention of delivering it on time, I think you can still consider it to be sort of a scam. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video. What do you think about the Roadster? Let us know in the comments section below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Wall Street Millennial, signing out.